Alright, how's the volume? I should double check. That's actually not too bad. We'll leave it there. The origin of Rubicon, it's a river. Beyond that, no, I have no idea. Okay, so we can... okay, alright. Alright, I want to see some ground movement, though. That's usually where these games are way too chunky. Well, the flying looks nice and smooth anyway. Okay. Desktop audio, there it is. No, you got plenty of audio. It's right there. It's also too loud all of a sudden. Combat's pretty loud, noisy. Okay. Okay, so at least there's some decent mobility. That's refreshing. I remember back in the old Armored Core, I don't know, I had these spider legs, and they're the only ones I like to use because they were the only ones that had any, like, everything else felt so clunky to move in that I went with the spider legs because they had the smoothest movement. That's my problem. That's my big issue with most mech games, is that just because it's a mech doesn't mean it has to feel like garbage to control. But this definitely looks a lot better. So far, anyway. This is showcasing a lot of the movement and a little bit of the combat, huh? Hey, I remember that. I'm a big fan of your work in Star Wars. Autobots, roll out. The term was taken a little too literally in that guy's case. Ah, wall hacks, perfect. I don't have to install them this time. They come included with the game. Perfect. Now I can feed an overdrive. It just go back and forth. No, I'm over here. No, I'm over here. I'm over here now. No, I'm over here. Alright. Well, hey, at least the movement seems fun. Combat seems alright, too. Nothing revolutionary. I don't know if it's anything to write home about, but the movement seems fun enough to carry the combat one way or another. Now that is one lean, mean mechan machine. Hey, there's the legs I remember. A few less of them. I think there were like 6 on the old ones, but... So it's like, what if we took mechs and made them into Dark Souls? I kind of like it, honestly. But I like Dark Souls, so that's, you know, probably why. What if we... No, it's not even just that. It's like, what if we took mechs and turned them into a fluid Dark Souls? Like, this almost feels more like Dex 17. This feels almost more Surge style, like almost action-adventure Souls, you know? That's kind of the vibes I'm getting from it right now. Which is not bad, because I enjoyed Dex 17's work. And I think that, you know, they got really good boss fights. They know how to do bosses. Yeah, no, this looks, I'm like, yeah, this looks like a good boss. Oh no, you gotta play basketball with it. You gotta slam dunk it. That's what the hole on the top is for. I see you fed because you weren't putting the ball in the hole. There's a... This seems like a workplace hazard to me, honestly. Super good jump height and tend to be the fastest, but support almost no weight. It's my Wobot from XCOM. It was. Alright, okay. Let's check out the other one. Apparently the other one's a little meatier. Let's see. Alright. Here we go. This is the new one. Okay, 13 minutes. I'm ready.
Hello, and thanks for checking out the video.
Got it.
With this footage, we'll introduce our new mech action game, Armored Core 6: Fires of Rubicon.
Is this a text-to-speech
We hope it
narrator?
gives you an idea this title's mood and gameplay.
The way they talk is funny. I think it's it's text to speech.
In a future where interstellar travel is commonplace, our story begins.
Really saving the big bucks here.
On the fictional planet Rubicon 3.
It's AI-generated voice.
Our protagonist, an independent mercenary, is smuggled into Rubicon in search of a mysterious new substance known as coral.
Wait, did he say coral? It's not that mysterious. They got plenty of it right off the coast. You can have some of it.
Use it to close the gap.
If there's any game where AI is acceptable, it's for a mech game, true.
Huge multi-layered stages will let players.
I honestly don't have a problem with AI stuff in games as long as it doesn't feel shitty. Otherwise, I don't care. I don't give a damn. I've seen good usage of it in like indie horror games that can't afford to go all out on like creepy assets and stuff. It's worked well enough. Yellow Dream.
Time to fly, 621.
Time to fly. You think any of those are a falling hazard? Like, what's keeping them afloat, really? Are they being maintained? Wow, is this Earth? If this isn't Earth, why does it have Earth trees on it? Do you think trees on wildly different planets would evolve the same way? Like plant life? That's always a big issue with space games for me. They put in, like even like back in Star Wars days. Endor, you know? Ah, yes, we're in the Redwoods. Excellent. Ah, wow. This moon is strikingly Earth-like. They even have fir trees.
Picking up signals from AC Rex.
Ah, see, some of it's already falling. You can see it down in the bottom corner.
Assault boost is one of the core abilities at your disposal.
My concerns aren't unfounded. Okay. They crushed a road. It's fine, I don't see any cars. Must have been a low traffic day.
Did you hear anything about what the corps are up to?
Yeah, they'll be coming soon. You got us on the run.
Ah, you can spy. Perfect. What an engaging conversation. Let's kill him. What game did I play recently that had, like, flying and dashing around? I think I streamed it, didn't I?
Take full advantage of your AC's mobility.
No, it was Control, right. The combat feels kind of Control-esque. Right, I just finished playing it, too. Can't remember what I've been playing.
Use boost to take
Oh, God.
Extending combat
This, I'm already warmed up and ready to go for this. This is exactly how I've been playing games lately. Take to the air and blow them up.
621. Use your missiles.
They're already using their missiles. You know? Kind of a late thing. Yum. Wait. Is that a sword on their arm? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. I was gonna say, did they do that with the gun? Just go in there and, like, give it a power butt, sliced right through them? It's an impressive gun.
Use
Excellent
vertical catapults
stability.
to gain even more altitude and launch
I'd be
into the
concerned
action
grabbing
from
it, though.
above.
It seems sharp. Gundam, is that you? Yeah, they got melee weapons. This is the first game with melee combos. Well, they sure as hell didn't have melee combos when I last played. Like, decade and a half, 2 decades ago. 2 decades ago, probably.
Against tougher enemies, deal impact damage to their attitude control system.
Give them it. Literally give them an attitude check. Got it. I could do that.
This is called stagger. Any attack received
Okay.
is considered a direct hit,
Alright.
dealing heavy damage.
Oh, jeez. Show me customization. That's the important part of a mech game, right? Is there a flamethrower? Daddy wants a
Assembly lets you
flammenwerfer.
exchange various parts of your AC at will, including weapons, frame parts such as the head and core, and internal parts for power management. Assembling an AC to fit your own playstyle and strategy.
That one chest was like, well, what if we took an M1 Abrams and made it a mech?
Got a job for you, 621.
Oh, altitude, not attitude.
This one's a request.
I kind of prefer attitude, honestly.
Raven, this request comes from Schneider, an Archibus subsidiary. The mission will take place in the Bonadea dunes of Western Belius. Our coral investigation there is being blocked.
It
by
is
the
called
Strider,
coral. I heard that right.
Oh,
Liberation Front mining ship.
Jeez.
You,
Like I said, right off the coast, we got plenty of it. Help yourself.
the Strider is a mobile resource base that was
Hit
extensively
him right in the attitude.
weaponized
Well,
by the
they're
Liberation
mechs. I don't know.
Front.
I thought maybe it was an AI-controlled mech or something, and they had a little bit of an
Proud
attitude
glory in their
problem.
efforts to militarize into an anti-corporate force. Your attack will focus on the Eye, a giant laser cannon connected directly
Okay.
to the main generator. It's
Sure.
protected by a shield, which is powered by auxiliary sub-generators. These should be your first
Giving people
targets.
altitude is when you ask them to call you your
This concludes
highness.
the briefing. Good luck.
I'll keep that in mind.
Time for a little self-promotion, 621.
Wait, self-promotion? You can do that? Just give yourself a field
Strider
promotion?
And Archibus HQ will be sure to remember your name.
That's not a self-promotion, that's a headquarters promotion.
Activating combat mode.
It's kind of a weird choice of words. So, our environments thus far have been Gigableak, and,
Strider.
Here,
you know,
we're up against an enormous
snowy,
weapon that
tundra.
eclipses our AC in size.
Okay. Yeah. So far, so good. I didn't like varied environments anyway, you know? What's variety? Oh, don't forget industrial. There's industrial, too. So, we got the Gears of War color palette so far. We got grays, browns, oranges. Not bad. Satisfyingly big, though. I like taking out systematically big things, you know? It's always kind of neat. Wait, isn't our focus supposed to be on the gun?
Take out one of its legs.
Isn't somebody else supposed to be dealing with the rest of it? Oh, well, there we go.
Strider leg compromised.
Got him in the fuel tank, too.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Bigger, okay. Platitudes. Always been a big fan of platitudes. I like statements where you use a lot of words to say effectively nothing. Those are my favorite.
Grab on and get to work on the sub-generators.
Great.
Either this person has impeccable aim, or those three lasers that took those things, those nodules down, those were auto-aimed. I'm not sure which, because I didn't see a targeting reticle. Like, when they're usually auto-locked on, you can tell. That one, it didn't look... I guess it could have been a context button. Either that, or they were afraid of games journalist syndrome, and they really wanted the game to look impressive, so it just auto-locks on everything, no matter what. That way they never miss a shot. Which, to be fair, they have not missed a shot yet on anything. Although, we can't really judge them on that based on the combat, because, you know, it's locked on anyway. But even when targeting, like, environmental stuff, I haven't seen a miss yet. There's more poison swamp. True, that is like the one thing missing, isn't it? Hey, we got a frozen lake. It kind of falls into the frozen tundra, but, you know, different side of it. Hardlock is a series new thing too, yeah. Okay.
Wipe them out, 621.
It was a nice dodge, though. It was a good dodge.
Your mission
Nice skill
objectives will
expression, bro.
range from protecting targets and information gathering to the annihilation of enemy forces.
I want to annihilate enemy forces.
50%.
That's a forcible dock on his forehead.
Incorrigible, Handler Walter.
Incorrigible. Oh no, we've gone back in time.
Must I kill before you learn?
We're so far in the future, our lexicon has gone back to the 50s.
2 repair kits remaining.
As your campaign progresses, you'll face a number of dangerous situations, and often be pitted against rival AC pilots in bitter duels.
Is the water acting? The water's
Pressure
acting
up
like
in these
ground
intense
here.
battles.
Interesting.
Don't give the enemy a chance at victory.
First I thought it was ice, but no, they're leaving a wake when they go and it's moving. Interesting. Or maybe it's just super shallow, I can't tell. Tens of thousands? Are we playing this show? Maybe, possibly, probably. I don't know. Is it even coming out on PC? It's what they call a hard. Holy bullet hell.
Await you at the end of certain missions.
Is like, what if we take tank treads and weaponize those too?
Presenting a challenge for even the impossibly powerful AC.
Are they gonna show the AC get blown up now?
The player can learn as the battle unfolds.
Uh-oh, they only have one repair. Oh, they lost at some point because they got their repairs back. Hey, he's got a Flammenwerfer. Can I have one?
We invite players to take on this one for themselves and see what else awaits.
Yeah, sure. He's dead
Thank you
like
for
3 times
watching.
in that fight.
That concludes our introduction to Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon.
It's more that
We
ACs can
appreciate
go
your
into
continued support
10K,
and
but
look forward to seeing you at
won't go into
launch.
20K. Okay, they're showing us all of the varied, wildly varied, extremely crazily varied environments. We got 2 environments so far. 3 if you count the industrial stuff. Okay, fair enough. Come with me if you want to live. Is that Ironsides? Holy crap, that's huge. Okay. Near automatic with a third of the color. Maybe. Alright. Alright, hold on, let me We're going 4K, baby.
You know, I'm not exactly craving company here.
Stormy.
Hounds now entering combat zone. Initiating phase 2.
So, what happened to 617 and the others?
They couldn't cut the mustard, Captain.
Fill me in, Admiral Walter.
They couldn't cut the mustard.
Yo, actually the mustard looks like it cut them.
Well, at least you're helping me clear my inventory.
There goes 618. It's like, what is the worst possible approach we could make in this mission? Let's go downwind long ways against a laser that can snipe at us.
Functional, but don't expect much more.
I'm not here to talk. Wake it up.
So, where did the enemy get all these one-shot weapons? But you brought like these crappy little miniguns that aren't doing nothing. These little Gattlers. Why don't you have that technology, like the pew-pew lasers that just instantly incinerate everything? It's tough.
Updating target parameters. Phase 3, pattern E.
Like, couldn't they have come from the cliffside behind it? That would have been much better cover on the approach. The big fuck-off laser couldn't have hit you. So, like, why pick the approach vector we did here? I think they're feeders.
Reporting to Handler Walter.
I mean, they've already shown that mechs can fly, so getting over that cliffside shouldn't have been that big of a deal.
621. I'll give you a reason to exist. Let's get to work.
So... Okay, alright. Don't forget your collector's edition, chat. Only $300, no big deal. Okay, so what I'm gathering here, it looks like the pilots get plugged into these puppies, and at least some of them. Like, our character was like, they called it It. Our character was called It, or whatever character. I don't know if that's us, but... So, the idea is that it's the human biology control, like you're hooked into the machine, like you are the robot, essentially, is what I'm gathering, at least with this series of robots. I don't know if that's applicable to all, because like early in the first trailer where they were eavesdropping, it was just like a random casual conversation. Were they just piloting, or were they also hooked into the machine? Knights from Warhammer, yeah, exactly. Game included, poggers, huge. PC digital download. What does that symbol look? Is that the Epic symbol? Why does that symbol look familiar? Yeah, who knows? They're mentally connected to their machine. Okay, so their bodies, are their bodies in the machine, or are their bodies elsewhere, and this is like a drone situation? And is this kind of like, what is it, Pacific Rim, where if like, you're hooked into the machine, and like, you're drifting in, and if... Wait, no. Pacific Rim's not the one where if your machine dies, you die. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of some kind of... I don't know. Anyway, if the machine dies, just the... Oh, they're inside. Okay, so the machine dies, they're definitely... That does look... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Epic, so it's Epic... Is it Epic exclusive? Feels bad, man. It's also just... Oh, is it available on Steam? Okay, cool. Whew. Dodged a bullet on that one, chat. I wonder if it's going to be... I wonder if it's going to be on Game Pass at any point. Probably not. I suspect not, because I don't think any of From Software's other stuff is, so... Do we know what the price is on this? Is it 60, 70, 90, 120? Do you get a whole mech? You will get your collector's edition to have the cool Wobot. Understood. Alright, well, fair enough. Nerds 420. Sup, Raider? I saw you in here earlier, Raider. It got decals. It does have... Does it have decals? It might have decals. You might be right. I don't know. AC is 60 euros, so probably also 60 USD. Okay, fair enough. Well, that's good. That's good. No, I mean, it looks fun. I mean, it's probably going to be fun. I mean, From Software, do they have a miss yet? Their closest miss is Dark Souls 2, and I actually like Dark Souls 2, so you know, I think it's gonna be probably good. It's probably gonna be good. It's probably gonna be pretty good. Yeah, I'd say so. Steel book. Wow. I don't have room for any of this stuff. Dark Souls 2 is your bestie's favorite Dark Souls. I think Dark Souls 2 is fine. It's a little bit of a departure from the other Dark Souls, but I think it was fine. There was nothing inherently wrong with it. It just played slightly different. I mean, it definitely had some ideas that weren't great, like the weapon durability was atrocious, but part of the issue there is that it's tied to your frame rate, so the faster your frame rate, the faster your weapon degrades. Which was, it wasn't perfect, it had its issues, but I thought it was pretty good overall. Anyway. Yeah. I mean, honestly, one of my favorite games of all time was made by From Software. That Sekiro game was pretty dang good. I like that a lot, except the monkeys, the double monkeys. The double monkeys can still go eat a banana. You know, whatever the hell monkeys do. The zombie monkey. And the yelling kite man. Oh, I like the yelling kite man. Oh, no. Iframes being tied to a stat is also questionable in your opinion? Maybe. It never really bothered me. I never really focused on, like, the iframe breakpoints, and I beat the game just fine. Like, I feel like the only time that's super relevant is if you're doing PvP. Otherwise, like, I didn't even know what the breakpoints were. I probably didn't hit anything meaningful. It was still fine. I played through and beat the game no issue. So, not a big deal, I don't think. Iframe breakpoint is just called scale issue. True. From's library is extensive. Are there any hot, flaming pieces of crap? Anything that I'm not thinking of? Alright, well that will... There's a lot of AC games and some earlier ones are questionable. Well, fair enough. Bunch of games you've never heard of? And I'm sure there was probably a catalog pre like Dark Souls back before they really hit their stride with that and realized, hey, we're a Dark Souls company now. Diesel Punk mech game, huge. Dark Souls Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Wait, what is the Bang Bang all about? I hear that all the time. What does that even mean in the context of like a title? Is it just to signify to the perusers that bang bang, there's gonna be like we got ammunitions and stuff, and you're gonna hear bang bang a lot. Maybe a pew pew if you're lucky, something like that. Remember when the PS2 had twin sticks? I sure do. Still have a PS2. Still have a controller right up there. I can see it. They have a Ninja Gaiden rip-off? Huh. This ain't good. Mobile Legends added Bang Bang to their title to emulate League of Legends Wild Rift, just adding 2 more words for visibility when searching on the App Store. I don't know anything about app stores. Does that help more word? Is this like an Amazon situation where you just put word vomit as like your product name and that gets you discovered? God, Amazon's gone downhill so far over the last like 8 years. It used to be such a nice place. And now it's just word vomit. I don't even know what half of it's irrelevant to the product being sold even. Just throwing words in there now to have them. It's like a collection. Your product only has 200 words. How pedestrian. Mine's up to 500. They had to truncate the truncation. You fool. I think you found a stinker. From has a game called Ninja Blade. You remember hearing it was hot trash. I haven't heard anything about it, so it's probably not a great sign. Alright, okay, we're gonna play Dave the Diver now.